Okay, well, good day, everybody. I'm going to play through a few Kahoot games as a review today, just in case the login with the substitute didn't work correctly, or if there were just technical issues in class. So on the screen, you can see left-hand side. This is what would typically be shown in the classroom, and on the right-hand side, I've got a sample cell phone that you would see while trying to log into the game. So I'm going to go ahead and enter this PIN here, 9723, and provide a nickname. Now I'd like for you to use your Butler Tech information, so I'm going to type my Butler Tech name, Ermin M. There we go. So that's my information before the @ symbol, and that would pop up on the screen. Since I'm the only one playing, we'll go ahead and get started right now. All right, so this game is about the polynomial end behaviors. So this is really a review from what we've discussed last semester. If you see a graph that has two tails pointing upward like this, you should be able to tell what the leading coefficient of the function should be, whether it's positive or negative. Now, truthfully, we should always look at the right side tail. If the right side tail is pointing up, then the leading coefficient needs to be positive. So I'm going to select triangle on my cell phone. And that looks good. So again, with these polynomials, the graphs of polynomials, we need to recognize what's going to make the tails point up or down, whether they point together or opposite. And that's what the rest of these questions are going to ask us. This one asks about the leading coefficient of this particular function. Well, again, we can consider both tails, but really we should only be looking at the right side right now for the leading coefficient. Since the right side is pointing up, then I know that it is positive, so I'm going to select triangle. Okay. Question number 3. What would the leading coefficient for this one be? Okay, now this time the right side tail. Again, we're focusing on the right side tail. If the right side tail is pointing down, then the leading coefficient has to be a negative number. So I'll choose diamond this time. All right, so the directions of the tails will match if the exponents are even. They will mismatch or disagree with one another if the exponents are odd. But so far, the question hasn't been about the direction of the opposite tail. It's literally just about the leading coefficient. Let's see what the next question asks. Okay, so now we're talking about leading exponent, or the degree. Now, since these two tails point in opposite directions, regardless of which direction they point, they're pointing opposite of one another, so therefore the exponent needs to be odd. I should say the degree is odd, so I'm choosing diamond. Let's see another one. In this graph, even or odd degree? Well, the tails are pointing in the same direction. They're both pointing up. Whether they're pointing up or down is a non-issue. The fact that they're pointing in the same direction is what we're looking for. Since they are pointing in the same direction, then I will say that this polynomial must have an even degree. And question number 6, degree even or odd? Well, again, the tails are pointing in opposite directions, so we are going to say that this is an odd degree polynomial, diamond. Okay, now, do you recall your notation? As x approaches negative infinity, this is talking about the left tail. So if we look at the left tail, what does the function do? Does the function approach positive infinity, or does the function approach negative infinity? Well, when we're looking at the left tail, it is going upward. Upward means positive infinity. Downward would mean negative infinity. This is going up, so I'm going to select triangle. So that notation is something we haven't seen in a while, but hopefully that jogs your memory here. Now, the last question of this set. As x approaches positive infinity, so when we're talking about the left and right tail, a positive infinity means the right side. When we talk about the function itself, positive infinity means pointing up, negative infinity means pointing down. So as we approach positive infinity with our x values, if we look at the right tail, then the function is going downward, so I'm going to select diamond for negative infinity. And there we go. Now, truthfully, if you were playing this game in class, you should be able to answer those questions a little bit more quickly than what I did. You wouldn't be explaining yourself each time. So ideally, with 8 questions, I would suspect that you could earn 8,000 points in this game, especially when you include streaks and bonus points for that. So if you are playing this game in class, shoot for a total of 8,000. That's all I've got for this video. See you next time.